Hello there and welcome back to Foundry. Yes, back on Foundry once again, going to be hopping into a single player playthrough. Yes, let's get into it. 243 hours. Let's go. Something like that anyway. Alright, and here we are back in our lag-tastic game. The game that's been extremely laggy over the last many episodes so far. It's been a really lag-tastic game, but mostly my fault. I think you know what I think what it is, and I've been kind of thinking about this. That I think it's the decoration blocks. I mean, of course, it's the belts and the items on the belts and stuff like that too, and the machine's processing. But I think it's also the decoration blocks. I think the decoration blocks are. Because we have the decoration blocks, they are a hindrance to our system. Now, if they were, because when we leave and then we come back, all the decoration blocks got to reload back in. That's why I think it's the decoration blocks. Is because of that. So, I mean, I've had a feeling like that for a while, but yeah, it seems to be confirmed more and more these days. Also, it is a Friday, so hopefully you all have yourselves a great weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday. All right. Ta-ta! Anyway. But yes, if you weren't here last time, we didn't really do a whole lot. We had fixed the inputs of both the iron and the copper coming into the city. We had to grab new nodes. As you can see, this is where the old node was. You can see that's completely gone. We got a new iron node. Then this one was this was done in the previous episode, not this one, or not the last one, but before that. And then the copper, I actually just had to upgrade the belts essentially. And fix that issue. So, and we also upgraded all the incoming belts. That's why there's green here on some of this. Is I had to upgrade all the incoming belts to Mark III, because now we're on Mark III belts. And there's the decoration blocks kind of loading in. You can kind of see them on the other side of the ship there. See how they're kind of missing. Yeah, that's why I think it's the decoration blocks that are causing the issues. Yeah, because they all have to. They got different properties from the foundations and the concrete. Because the concrete in the foundation doesn't allow light through it, and it's not light permeable or liquid permeable. So the decoration blocks are. So yeah, that's the thing. And I think they have a little bit of a light source to them too. Like the sun does make them glow at night a little bit, just ever so slightly. So I think that's what's causing it. Oh yeah, by the way, I did let's see. Where are we at? I did let my computer run for just a little bit so that we could have some belts and stuff. Oh, it looks like the box is full. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, very good. Alright, cool. I'm actually really happy about that. Alright. So yeah, basically we're just going to upgrade over time all the belts and splitters and stuff to Mark III. And then I'm going to leave these boxes connected down here so that we can upgrade that. Because yeah, it looks like the slopes as well is full. And then we've got Mark III splitters. Mark III splitters is full. Very nice. And we'll continue to upgrade and stuff like that too. So, I mean, wouldn't it? the reason we have so much of that is these damn input belts. These input belts are all Mark III because we upgraded them and whatnot. So, yeah, that's kind of what we did last time. Though we just kind of checked out the update and fixed a few issues. So, don't worry, you didn't miss much. Okay, so today's plan is to move the smelter, the smelting factories, the two smelting factories, the iron and the copper, because the iron and the copper, we're not producing anywhere near enough. I think because of see how the copper's going at full speed. This copper factory, the copper rods are going full tilt. As you can see, all 5 belts are going, and it can't keep up with our factory. It's not because of the belt. Well, I mean, it's partially because of the belt speed, but also at the same time, it's because we're just not producing enough. So we've got these 2 pads here. I've already cleared out the center kind of center sidewalk here in between those, splitting these up. So we're going to have iron on that side, copper on this side, and then these are going to be the 2 main factory belts, or factories that produce our very first bit of resources. We're going to have to do some re-maneuvering because underneath here we've got other belts and stuff like that. Those other belts might have to be re-maneuvered. I'm not really sure though. I am curious which side we should have the outputs on. Like, where do we want the smelters? Because if we have the smelters on this on one end, we need to make sure that there's not a bunch of belts on the way. Which there's not. Okay, cool. There's a bunch of belts in the way on this side of the factory. As you can see, we even got belts coming in underneath these 2 blocks here. So importing resources is going to be a pain. However, if we can drop this, yeah, what I might do is I might drop these 4 limestone belts down underneath the platform, so that we can have this clear, because we're gonna have iron coming in and all that stuff. And I might even have to drop all these input belts for the drop all these input belts for this particular factory, or for our research factory. Drop that down below as well. So that's going to take a bit of time as well. So we need to clean this up so that we can get those belts, because I pretty much need all of this room for inputting iron and copper resources. Because if the smelters are going to be on that side, that means the crushers are going to be on this end, and we're going to need all that room for all the raw resources to come in. So should be interesting. All right, and here we go. This is where the portion where I spend 5 hours fixing them. It is going to take me a while, but let's go ahead and get it done. Let's go. Alrighty, so now that we've got that kind of cleaned up as well, we can finally start doing that. That autosave is getting longer and longer. It's just it's satisfactory all over again, which is absolutely hilarious. All the lag and all the autosave lag as well. So, but yeah, like I said, this has been completely cleaned up now as well. And I've spent a couple of hours. SpaghettiOs. We don't have any limestone. What the heck? What the heck, man? Where'd all the limestone go? Are we just out of limestone? Yeah, we're out of limestone. Balls. Looks like that's another problem to fix. We'll fix that. I'll fix that later. What was the limestone was going for glass? But yeah, we'll fix that later, because we've been pushing this off for a while now, and I'd like to get these factories in place, at least one of them anyway. Get a design down, because we have to redesign it with the new recipes and everything. So anyway, I've made myself a bunch of crushers and a bunch of advanced smelters. So we've got the advanced smelters, which is a 3x3, and the reason we have to redesign it is because these small smelters, these ones are a 2x2, so there's just not enough room to put a 3x3 in that configuration. So we're going to have to fix it. Now the way this is going to work is the crushers are going to be along the bottom, and they're going to serve the smelters, which is going to be on the second floor to serve them. So that's basically, instead of this, right, well, it's going to be exactly like this here as well. So should be good. Alright, so, like I said, we're going to have to redesign this. Because crushers, and not only, we have to also redesign the crushers where they're at, because these are crusher Mark 1s. And the recipe for these is 40 and 40, which is the better recipe, because it automatically switches to the new one. If I remember correctly, it does do that. So, well, this one, I think this one did? Didn't this one? I don't know. But we're going to put the Crusher Mark IIs down instead. So, we've got to come up with the design of where we can have 100 smelters. So we need to work out how many crushers we need for 100 smelters. Because we're going to fit all the smelters. Actually, we might even go 200. It depends on how many I can fit. I think maybe 200 might be the way to go. Oh, let me grab some, because the recipes I believe are going to be the same. Let me grab a little bit of, I'll just grab a little bit of iron here. Because I need to work out the... And we'll grab a bit of copper too, why not? I think, like I said, I think it's going to be exactly the same, but I'm not sure. Oh, looks like the rod's finally caught up, huh? Yeah. The rods are finally catching up, which is nice. Okay. So we got a bit of copper, we got a bit of iron. Once we redo that, we're also going to redo the steel factory too. The steel factory does need to be redone with the new layout that we come up with here, because we're going to have all three. So that's going to be steel factory there, and then copper and iron as well. So, alrighty, I guess we'll just do the copper first. But I do want to put down one of these. Let's see. Do we have power? We do have power. Okay. Manage inventory. Let's put a bit of iron in there. Looks like it's 30 and 45. Because, like I said, there's no there is no you can't like select the recipe. I wish they would have that so I didn't have to smelt to be able to find the recipe out. But yeah, it's 30 and 45. Okay. Alright, now if we put a bit of Technomore in there. 30 and 45, okay. Alright, cool. That shall work there. So what is the recipe for the little ones? The little ones can't be 30 and 45. There ain't no way. Otherwise, why build the big ones? Yeah, they're 20 and 30. Okay, so we're basically making 150% more? 30. No, less than that. It's not that quite of a jump. 125% maybe? I don't know the ratios. I'm not going to bother with the math. But anyway, I do need to pick this up. Okay. Oh, we get a bit of Technomore out of that for some reason. Oh, because the rods... Never mind. Alright, so 30 and 45. Okay. So... Like I said, yeah, we got to figure out a design that's going to fit all of that. So first, I guess first things first, let's get the structure in place. All of the foundations and whatnot. Because we need to be able to build the smelters first and figure out if we can even fit 200 up here. And if we can, then we can swap over to doing the crushers underneath. Because the crushers make more than the... it's not a 1-to-1 ratio. It's like it's a crazy ratio. So it's not a 1-to-1. Yeah, so we'll have these two. Yeah, let me get the structure in place real quick, which is going to take a ton of foundation. Probably going to have to put up some of my stuff here. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, one thing I did do over here, just real quick, just so you guys know, is I did upgrade this facility here to Mark III. So all the belts underneath this or in this facility are all Mark IIIs now. Took a while to do because I had to keep going back for more lifts and stuff. But yeah, that one is done. So pretty happy about that. All right, let's get a design working. All right, now that we got the structure in place, we can then go ahead and start designing this. All right, so I did some math and I figured out the ratio here. So this is exact numbers, by the way, for this. So if I do 200 of these, I need exactly 75 of these. And we can fit 20 of these machines per belt. So, well, it's like 21.5 something, because the belts are 640. So yeah, if we can fit 20 of those per belt, we do, and then we need 10 belts of that. So I'm thinking 5 belts per side, and we fit 100 smelters per section. So even though this is one long line, we're going to say don't build in the middle unless we have to, unless we had to fit it, and then underneath we can then mosey on there. But I need to see if I can even fit this many. First of all, let's go ahead and grab as many smelters as possible. Okay, so yep, we just need to design this in a way that'll work. Let's see. I'm thinking side by side is probably the best, but we'll see how many we can fit along this line here. 3, 4, 5. It's so laggy. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We might have to do just 10 there. Well, how many belts? Because it's one input, one output, right? So we only need enough room to have that. So let's say, we'll go ahead and test this. Let's say I want, so we got one space for the inserters and then the 2 belts. So let's say I want 4 spaces in between. 4. 4. Okay, 1, 2. Oh, yeah, we're not gonna be able to fit this 100 smelters up here. Even if we crammed them in, man. We might have to do that. We might just have to cram everything together, and call it a day, because that's the only way that's gonna fit. But if we have 200 smelters crafting iron plates or iron rods, you want to know what the number is, the production number per minute? I had my calculator out. Let me pull that back out. Okay, so if we take, they produce 45 per minute each, times 200 is 9,000. 9,000 rods and 9,000 plates, if we can fit that many up here. Yeah, like I said, I guess if we have to, we'll have to cut it in half, which is still 9,000. Divide that by 2. So that's still 4,500. Which, what are we producing right now for all of this? Oh, I think the electrical stuff has finally caught back up. Look at the rods are finally slowed down. We're only producing 1,500 on that. And this one's only producing 1,500 as well, because they produce the same. So yeah, they would, that would, even just doing 100 each would substantially increase. Yeah, we might end up doing 100 each, because I don't think 200 is going to fit up here. Because we need 10 belts of 20 in order to make that happen. Because you can only fit 20 of these, and then, yeah, 20 times 5 is 100. So to get to 200, you need more. And we can't even fit 20 in a line. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's like, yeah, we can't even fit 200 in a line. Yeah, I'm going to do this real quick. This will help with the visualization of my build here. If we have to, we'll expand out past that, or we'll expand out to the space right up against the right up against the supports here. Like, I'd be fine with that. Yeah, I can't believe how many hours I've already spent on this episode. It adds up, man. It adds up. Okay, so yeah, it looks like it's gonna be. It's looking like it's gonna be. And we still need, even if we do 100, we need 5 lines of that. So these are going to be crammed, packed together. So like I said, 20 per belt that we can fit. That's what we can fit there. And it looks like 2 spaces is the magic number there. And then we can't have a space in between, I think, if we want to fit these. Yeah, it's looking like 100. So yeah, our production will be 4,500. Let's see, space and then the 2 belts. But yeah, I'll do this on the edge. Sorry, my damn doorbell camera was going crazy there. I just had to see why my phone was pinging on the door camera a bunch. It's a freaking cat. There's a cat that hangs around the house that loves to see the doorbell camera. I got a railing on my porch here, and then I've got a doorbell camera like right there in front of that railing, and the railing is a 2x6, so that you have enough hand grip and everything's nice and strong and stuff. Yeah, it's a 2x6 board, and there's a cat, it's not a wild cat, it's a domesticated cat. But it was abandoned long ago, and it loves to hang out on that railing because it's nice and it's right up against the door. The cat's sheltered because over my porch I've got a roof over the top of it, and whatnot. The cat loves to sit there right in front of the camera, and every time that cat moves even slightly, the camera goes off. Freaking hilarious. Especially during like rainstorms and stuff. Okay, so 3 then. Can we fit all 5 lines here? Oh, there we go. Okay, that was the answer. Oh, but how do we fit the last one, though? Wait a minute. Okay. That's a problem, actually. You know why that's a problem? Because the belts... Yeah, that doesn't even give enough space for the wall itself. The smelters are going to have to be slightly offset, I think, in order to fit that. Because if I leave it like this, here's what's going to happen, right? Actually, we might be able to do it if we do it a different way. Let's say we put, we'll give this a little test here. Actually got some decoration blocks on me. Oh, there it is. I made a whole bunch of inserters, by the way, for this project. But let's say we input on the front side, on the very end, so that we have screen, so that we can see the screen. Because what we could do, well, yeah, we could do that. I don't. It's gonna be tough though. Okay. So let's say we put our inserters like this, right? If we put our outputs like this, change that to output, and we output directly. Oh, we can't do what I was thinking of doing because... Oh, but we will have the space if we do it this way. What the... Okay, this is bugged, by the way. It default output. I don't know why sometimes it doesn't want to change. And then changes back to input. Stop doing that. I don't know why it's doing that, man. It's more bugged than it was before. Oh, and then a freaking autosave. There we go. Jeez. I guess you just gotta swap them. Okay. Oh, but we can't do it that way. We can't do it that way because of that. Yeah. If we were to do it that way, there's no way. There's no way to fit it properly. Okay. Well, it's looking like we're gonna have to add a foundation all the way around here on the edge level. That's actually really annoying. It's like my buildings are slightly too small sometimes. But it is unfortunate. It's just the way I designed it. But I can't change the design now. It's already way too late. Yeah, no, I'm not starting over. Hell no, am I not? I am not starting over. You can take that start over idea and you can shove it. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, of course. Ooh, I wonder if we separate it like that, could we then space them out one more? No, that'd be too many, huh? Like this one would have to stay where it is, and then this one would be here. I could try to separate them out. I don't think it's gonna fit though. No, if this doesn't already fit, that's definitely not gonna fit. But it would be beneficial if I could make it fit. Oops. No, no. Stop it. Nope. You can see I've got only 4 there. Yeah, it's like if the other one wasn't going to fit, that one's definitely not fitting. But I'll show you why this is not going to fit either. And we can't output to the site because we can't separate them. Because they need to be in lines of 10. As well. So 3, 3, 3, and 3. Wait. Did I miscount? No. I did not miscount. Why is that space 2 over there? Anyway. So we moved it, so we put our inserters here. But yeah, if I was to do this here, I couldn't do the second one like it'd be like this and then like this, right? So you got input and then output. This one you can't do that because it's already right up against the wall. Wait, is that even worse than I thought it was going to be? I swear I miscounted, but maybe not. Yeah, maybe we got to put these smelters up against the wall here. Oops. That's so laggy. Yeah, there was no hope of me even fitting 200 up here. We'd have to fit 100 per side, which would be impossible. It'd be literally impossible. Wait a minute. Could I make that work? Probably not. We need just enough space because it's not going to fit. So we need a space of 3. A space of 3 there. Okay, hold on. I have this idea that will make this work. Would it even work? So we input in the front, right? And then we input also here. So this would be the 20 on that belt, because it'd be 10 per. And then we would output. So then the output's going to go here. We could just leave a space in between. I don't know. Is there any difference to doing? Well, there is a difference to doing it this way. Well, kind of. There kind of is. Okay. I really wish this would stay on output like it's supposed to, but it really doesn't want to. Oops. So output. Okay. Then input. Wait, I think we might have just solved this this equation. Because we're doing it this way, we don't have that. Yeah, I did miscount, didn't I? Or am I just stupid? I mean, we already know the answer to this question. It has been entered. It has been answered a million times. It's like, am I just stupid? The answer is always yes. Okay. So we have it like this, and then we still have enough to put the wall on the very edge as well. And then, let's see, with the 2 space, so yeah, with the 2 space there, now I just got to fit it this way, north to south. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, that's not gonna. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's because this part of the building it'll just have a separation essentially. Okay, so then basically we'd have, this is the input belt, right? So we have the input belt there. I did do 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, cool. Just making sure. And then we do our inputs and our outputs. So the output belt is going to be interesting, because the output belt doesn't have room like the other one. And yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do the output belts, to be honest. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do those. I mean, like getting them down to the other floor. We could use the space for elevators, just as long as everything fits properly, which could work. We'd need Mark II elevators, though. What do Mark II elevators cost? Circuit boards and... Okay, yeah, we can definitely do that. And these ones just cost, yeah, it's just more steel and machinery parts, so... And a bit of circuit boards for Mark II, so yeah, that's not bad. Okay, so let's get this design built. I'm going to build it for the entire... Yeah, we're going to build this for the entire, because we're going to try to do both factories at once here. Or at least get them partially done anyway. Alrighty then. So, I went ahead and redid the calculations for this as well. So, this is per factory rather than the whole entire thing. So, basically, I know 75 isn't, divisible by 38. It's 37.5. But we can't do half machines. Actually, we might be able to do half machines now. Well, not technically, not really. It doesn't matter. 38, we're just going to do 38 just to make it easy. And then 100 of these, of course. And that is going to be 4,500 plates and 4,500 rods. So we're doing 2 factories. So I got all the smelters and all the belts in place for those smelters. Well, actually, I didn't get all the belts done. I was waiting to do the output until I could figure out exactly what I was going to do, but I think I might be able to fit all the belt or all the stuff with elevators. Oh, I just thought about something. That's not going to work. Yes, elevators have 2 sides, but also at the same time, we're going to need more elevators. We either have to split the elevator for one for input, one for output. This is the reason that is. It's not because I'm just, I'm going back to my old ways of one input, one elevator input, one elevator output. It's because the inputs of the elevator, actually, we could still do it with elevators and then do lifts going down to the bottom. I'd be okay with that, I guess. This is because, though, that the elevators don't have multiple floors when it comes to the freight elevators. I don't know why the freight elevators and the normal elevators are completely different. I never did understand. That when it came to this game. So, okay. These have been the output belts. Yeah, I had to go and make myself more inserters, because if you think about it, it's 200, and then you take 200 times 2, that's 400 small inserters, or single lane inserters, for this factory. Because it's 2 inserters per smelter, and we've got 200 smelters. So you take 2 times 4. Or sorry, you take 200 times 2, and that is 400, so makes sense. And getting all these done here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have elevators down the middle. Since we only need 38 crushers per factory, like literally per factory, we just need to figure out how many we need to fit on the line, each line. Which is going to be very small. We can more than just fit those in here. So yeah, pretty darn nice if you ask me. Like the smelters barely fit on the building. Look at me. Look at these smelters, dude. This is insanity. Freaking insanity, man. See, I'm going to cut the middle out of each of these. I'm going to cut the middle out up to here, because we're going to put, I'm going to put 2 elevators, one either side. So the inputs are going to come out one end, and the outputs are going to go out the other end. So that will still make that work, hopefully, because 2 elevators will fit side by side in here, because you can see there's 3 on this side, 3 blocks on this side, 3 blocks on that side, so the elevators will fit, but only just. Now I need to see if I can fit all the elevators. I also went and built the elevators too. I want to be able to fit the elevators in between these 2 spots here. So the way this is going to have to work is it's going to have to leave a space enough for the elevators to be able to connect to it. Now, the elevators can take over this space, and they probably will have to. They'll take over that space. So I've got my... Oh, I don't have any Mark II elevators on the hotbar. Let me do that real quick. I went ahead and built 40 elevators, even though I didn't need them. The reason there's 40 is because that'll make 20 elevators, and we need 10 elevators per factory. And I thought, well, if I have to make a second one for each, then I will do that. just in case. So hopefully I should have enough. So 0. And I want the tops for right now. Because I need to be able to see if these will fit in here. And we need to hit the B key so it unlocks it. So then we can go like this. We can't put those there, can we? Actually, we can. But it'd probably be best to do it this way. Or no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't be best to do it that way because we don't have enough room. Okay, so they do have to go... they do have to go like this. And the reason is because the wall's going to be right here. These ones can, like, do a little... They can do a little whoop-de-doo. And make it work, but... Let's see, we need enough space to do that. Like I said, hopefully these will fit in here. If not, we're going to have to do something different. We might even have to do just the ramp cases. Okay, so the inputs are going to be coming from that side, so this part of the elevator is not going to be... This side of the elevator is not going to be used. So basically, the outputs of the elevator are going to go out, and then they're going to curve in. They can come out in the middle here, and then curve in. I think that'll be fine. But we do need enough room. So put 2 spaces in between each elevator. Essentially what we're saying. So like this. Okay, I need to, oops. Take out this little space here. So we can fit it. These are just gonna fit. If we had this freaking single block elevators or the straight up lifts. Oh, did you guys see Dyson Sphere program got an update today? It was a smaller update. They were doing more bug fixes than anything, but they released vertical belts for Dyson Sphere program. Isn't that awesome? Freaking vertical belts, man, which is amazing. Freaking hilarious. Okay. Alright, now we'll do the bottom side, which we can turn it back to lock now. Okay, no, we're good. And luckily down here we got a lot more room, so we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I really wish the elevators worked the same as these elevators work the same as the people elevators. And the reason is because if we could have multiple floors with elevators, imagine you could say like each floor is outputting only so much of what an elevator can do. So then that elevator then ends up outputting on multiple floors, or inputting and outputting at multiple floors, and it's just splitting in between each connection point. That would be amazing. That would make these elevators so much better to do that. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so now that the reason I was going to complete those elevators because I want to be able to put the floor in between. And then it's just easier if I could just do this, because it won't override the elevators, because the elevators are solid now. So, all right. So we need some output belts, or some output ones here. Oh no! Wait. This will still work. Yes. Okay, that'll still work. Good. Oh, that saved my bacon. My bacon has been saved. Alright. So it's going to go like that. Oh, Thank you, Lord, for saving my bacon. My bacon was about to burn. I was gonna have to start with a new plan. Okay, and we need to copy these. I've been just kind of copying the loader settings because for some reason switching with this just doesn't work half the time. So I just been copying if it's nearby. It's actually kind of annoying. Yeah, see, they're on automatic mode even though they're not. And then we'll just, oops. So yeah, some of these elevators aren't even going to have two sides to them because they don't need to. I mean, if we really wanted to, we could. We could absolutely put. No, we couldn't. Never mind. Because the way the elevators are. All right. So input and then output needs to be. Every elevator's got to be able to output. Oh crap! Hold on. Hold on. Do we even need this many? Each line needs an input and an output on the elevator itself. Oh. Wait a minute. Okay, so this elevator is going to serve that line and that line. Oh, the reason it's split up and I ended up with two more elevators than I needed is because we've got a set over there. Because there's a set of line that doesn't have both input and output correctly. Hold on, I got to think about this. Okay, so this one's got an output and an input. We'll swap it real quick. Okay. Whoops, I need to input. Okay, because I think this is the better move here. Is to make sure that these outside elevators are going to be working both. Okay. So that is now covered. What about this side? Okay, hold on. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know if this is gonna work out like we want it to. Okay, so this elevator's got both input and output. And I kind of want to put... I'm going to put belts on top of this. So if it's got... if it's got both, then... Oops. Because I need to keep track. So this got both input and output currently. This one's got none. Okay, so this one can only do inputs. Or, sorry, output. So yeah, that does make things interesting, doesn't it? Okay, that one's set for output. Interesting. Alright. And this one's going to be set for... This is input. Oops. So I guess only the outer ones are going to need to have that. Yeah, this might not work out. Or will it? Wait a minute. Okay, so that'll take both... Each elevator will take both there. Do we even need this many elevators? Because they can do both input and output. Huh. That means these two elevators can go... Okay, so I am separating the elevators then. You know, I'm fine with that. It's working. It's working out like I want it to. Yeah, I needed just one elevator in between here. But then I don't have to do stupid stuff. You know what I mean? Like these are output elevators. I wish I could color them. So these are output elevators. These are inputs to do well. Basically, export, import, export, import, export per side. So we don't need to do this whole fancy thing. No, wait, this elevator doesn't. No, this elevator does have both. But only because... Oh, how interesting. So this one has to do both in order for that one to... So these two have to do both input and output in order for that to work. Why? Hold on. There's something weird going on here. So if this is an import on both sides, and this one takes the export, yeah, how do we get the import for the next set? Yeah, so this one has to do both in order for that to work. Yeah, like I said, that's a very... Oh, sorry, I'm bumping stuff. That is interesting. Very, very interesting. The only way I can make it work with each elevator only doing one, I'd had to add one more set of elevators in order for that to work. Yeah, like I said, it's very strange. I did not expect it to work out like it is, I guess. Yeah, I think we've solved the puzzle, but not on the inside here. Or not on this end. This end is going to be interesting. So the rest of these elevators, like this elevator here, this elevator here needs to be on this level, or on the next floor down level. This one can go all the way to the bottom, and then so on and so forth. Okay. I just need to make sure that this is going to work out, which it looks like it is. So this is going to be the only strange one as well. So, and because of the way I set this up, 6 of these are going to be useless on each line because the belts aren't fast enough for this. But this is the only way it works out, where everything works out nicely. So that is very interesting that it's set up that way. I mean, I'll take it. You know, I'm not complaining or anything. It's just, it's interesting, say. It's very, very interesting. All right, now I guess we'll get that set up on this side next. And also, since I stopped doing research, a lot of this stuff is catching back up, so that does give it time to catch back up, because we're not continuously making research anymore. So it's just a few little things. Anyway, let me get that done over there. Okay then, and we are just about out of time for our episode here. A little bit of lag there. Yep, just a little bit of lag. But yeah, so I got these elevators where they need to be. So the output elevators, the ones that are going to go down. And I know, there are 2 sides to the elevator. You could have used way less elevators. Like, look, I got all the materials for the Mark II elevator, and I've got that in huge abundance, so I really don't care. For one, and for two, the way this one worked out, it just looks nicer anyway. So yeah, just spare me the. You already know this information. I'm kidding. Okay, I'm not that much of an asshole. So anyway, but yeah, we got the inputs and outputs for these. It does seem to work out. This is the only dual elevator, is the one on the end, doing both input and output. So, which is fine. I actually don't mind it to be that way. It works out. So, I think, so since we're pretty much out of time for this episode, just about, you got like a few minutes left, and that's about it. I think that pretty much is going to be it for this episode of Foundry. So we've got the smelters in place. Now all that's left is to design the Mark II crushers. So we will do that next time, and hopefully we should have, I don't know if we're going to have enough time or not, and I still got a limestone problem to go and fix later, so like I'm like so just done with limestone right now. And this factory here, this factory needs to be completely redone for steel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to double my steel output as well. So we're going to have, it's going to be just like this one, going to be the exact same output and input, I believe, because if we actually look at that, well, I don't have any more crushers right now. I'd have to make another, like, crusher and smelter. Oh, I can. I'm just trying to think. We'll do that later. Yeah, we'll do the calculations later. But yeah, this factory right here, since it's already set up, we got to redo it. As well as this factory needs to be redone as well. The glass factory. Because we can definitely up our glass factory by quite a bit. And actually, no, this factory doesn't need to be really redone. It just needs to be upgraded. Because I remember this factory, we were so close to the advanced smelters when we built this, that we left more than enough room to upgrade. Actually, I don't know. Can you actually do that, or do you need to replace it? You probably have to replace it. I'll just take this one just real quick. I just want to see if it's possible to just overwrite. Nope. Okay, so you have to replace it. All right, that's fine. I was just curious. Let me put this back. But yeah, like I said, we're pretty much out of time for this anyway. As well. Plus, like I said, I gotta go fix that limestone before the day is out. So that we have more than enough resources to carry on for Monday. But again, since it is Friday and the weekend is coming up very shortly for you guys, hopefully you all have yourselves a great weekend, and we will hopefully see all of you back here on Monday. But that is going to be it for this episode of Foundry, so I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.